The objective of this lesson is to generate two numerical patterns from given rules and identify the relationship between them. In 4th grade, students were introduced to the process of generating and analyzing patterns. In this lesson, we will review this process, then build upon it to identify the relationships between two patterns. In this first example, we will follow pattern rules to create two patterns, labeled as pattern A and pattern B. The rule for pattern A is to add 3 and to start on 0. Since we will begin on 0, let's place 0 in the first box. The rule states each term increases by 3, so we will add 3 to 0 and place the sum in the second box. 3 added to 3 is 6, 3 added to 6 is 9, and 3 added to 9 is 12. We have now completed the first 5 terms in pattern A. Notice that the terms alternate between odd and even. Additionally, each term is 3 more than the previous term. The rule for pattern B is to add 1 and to start on 0. Again, we will begin with 0. For pattern B, we will increase the value of each term by 1. 1 added to 0 is 1, 1 added to 1 is 2, 1 added to 2 is 3, and 1 added to 3 is 4. We have now completed pattern B. We again see alternating odd and even values. Also, the numbers are in counting order because each term is 1 more than the previous term. Let's now examine the two patterns by looking at corresponding terms together. The term in pattern A is larger than the term in pattern B, increasing by 2 with each step. The difference between the values of term 1 is 0. The difference between the values of term 2 is 2. The difference between the values of term 3 is 4, and so on. Another example is that the terms in pattern A are 3 times as many as the terms in pattern B. 0 is 3 times as many as 0, 3 is 3 times as many as 1, 6 is 3 times as many as 2, and so on. We have now identified not only the characteristics of each pattern, but the relationship between the two patterns. Looking at another example, pattern A is to multiply by 2 and to start on 1, while pattern B is to multiply by 2 and start on 2. We will complete both patterns in the same way we completed the patterns in the first example. We will start with the number stated in the rule, 1 for pattern A and 2 for pattern B. Both patterns require us to multiply by 2, which gives us 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16 for pattern A, and 2, 4, 8, 16, 32 for pattern B. Notice how the numbers in pattern A are all even except for the number 1, and how quickly the value of each term increases. The difference between the first two terms is 1, while the difference between the second and third terms is 2, and the next difference is 4. Pattern B similarly has even numbers for all the terms and increases at a rapid rate. When identifying relationships between two patterns, we can look at corresponding terms, such as how the terms in pattern B are twice the value of the terms in pattern A. Additionally, the difference between terms grows by twice as many with each successive term. We can also look at patterns across terms. For example, the terms in pattern B are equivalent to the following terms in pattern A. Notice how pattern B's first term is the same value as pattern A's second term. Pattern B's second term is the same as pattern A's third term, and so on. Pattern rules can vary by operation, value, or starting number. You may have spotted additional relationships we did not discuss. This is expected and encouraged. The objective for this lesson was to generate two numerical patterns from given rules and identify the relationship between them. We accomplished this objective by reviewing the process of creating numerical patterns, identifying characteristics of each pattern, and then examining the ways in which each pair of patterns related to each other.